Lydia Place is a transitional housing program for homeless women and their children. For over 20 years, Lydia Place has provided a multifaceted program that supports women and their children in the transition from homelessness to independence.
The name Lydia Place is taken from the biblical story of Lydia, a wealthy dealer in purple fabric who opened her home to St. Paul and his companions. Although Lydia Place has a biblical name and was created by women of faith, the agency has no religious affiliations today.
Each year, Lydia Place provides safe housing for approximately 25 women and 35 children. Over 800 hours of case management and 1,000 hours of life skills classes are provided annually. The purpose of these is to empower women and equip them with the skills they need to succeed.
Lydia Place began in 1987 as a vision of the Church Women United of Whatcom County. They formed a task force on women and children in poverty in response to a Church Women United national imperative. A needs assessment of churches in Whatcom County determined what each perceived as unmet needs in social service areas. The needs expressed in response to a questionnaire and a follow-up public meeting were for more affordable housing and jobs.
The Church Women United Task Force decided to look for a suitable place to establish a program for job search and job training assistance. Working with available social service agencies, the target group would be made up of homeless women and their children. The task would be to enable women to improve their living situation by providing a place to live while making changes necessary to become self-sufficient.
In May of 1989, the task force saw the need for a board of directors in order to move forward with the program. 6 members of the Church Women United Task Force on Poverty agreed to serve as the first board of directors for Lydia Place. In their first meeting on May 31st, 1989, the board of directors created an outline of the steps they needed to take in order to make Lydia Place a reality. Finding and securing a house was among their first goals.
On May 1st, 1989, a house suitable for this vision was found. The unique house fit many of the dreamed-of requirements: room for children to play indoors and out, ample parking, already up to building code, and it was in close proximity to the city bus line, stores, and schools. The 9-bedroom house is located on 1.2 acres and can house up to 7 families at one time.
During the first board meeting, the board also determined the following 4 goals that were key in the creation of Lydia Place. First and foremost, the board recognized the need to attain nonprofit status. Throughout the summer of 1989, the board of directors and the task force worked together to bring Lydia Place to nonprofit status. On October 26, 1989, Lydia Place was certified as a nonprofit corporation.
Second, the board of directors set out to define the specific population that would be served at Lydia Place and what services would be provided. In the board meeting minutes from the summer of 1989, it stated, "Our name will be Lydia Place, with our primary goal to provide food and shelter for homeless people in transition, while at the same time working with these people to enable them to become self-sufficient through job training. Our residence will be open to single women and women with children who are functioning at a level high enough to take advantage of the job training part of the program. Admission will be on a referral basis. Level of stay will be 6 months or less. A contract will be drawn up similar to that of Friendship House in Mount Vernon and the Broadway Hotel project in Longview."
A third goal in the creation of Lydia Place was to outline house rules. In October of 1989, the board of directors created a detailed list of tentative house rules. Included were policies regarding guests, house and bedroom keys, and client service fees. Several original rules have continued to be used and are still followed today.
The final goal outlined during the original board meeting was to expand the board and add members. Formal invitations to join the board were sent out to 5 individuals that had expressed interest in serving on the board of directors. 2 of these 5 women accepted the offer and were added to the board.
Since Lydia Place began in the late 1980s, it has expanded and now offers services throughout the community. The first addition to Lydia Place occurred in the early 1990s. In an effort to raise additional funds, Lydia Place took over a thrift store downtown Bellingham called Wise Buys. The store is volunteer-run and all merchandise is donated by the community. All proceeds directly support Lydia Place programs.
In 2001, Lydia Place's Supportive Services program began when they formed a partnership with the Bellingham Housing Authority to address the overwhelming need for housing the homeless population of Whatcom County. Through this partnership, Lydia Place has been able to move 40 homeless families into their own apartments. These apartments are permanent housing units set aside for Lydia Place families and rent subsidized by the Bellingham Housing Authority. Lydia Place case managers provide case management support to these families.
Lydia Place has also formed a partnership with the Whatcom Homeless Service Center to provide a housing-first approach to homelessness. It is designed to help clients find housing and then address any issues that may have previously contributed to being homeless. Lydia Place is one of 5 agencies that have been contracted to provide case management to these clients. This partnership is also designed to bridge the gap for populations that are underserved in the community. We are able to not only support single moms with children, but single dads, whole families, and single men, women, and couples without children as well. Lydia Place also runs an emergency house through partnership with Interfaith Coalition. This serves as a temporary housing for one family at a time.
Lydia Place has played an important role in supporting the homeless population of Whatcom County. In addition to providing services to homeless families, Lydia Place has fostered a positive learning environment for countless interns and volunteers. While it started as a small organization, Lydia Place continues to grow and expand to reach diverse populations.